All right, good morning to you, Barb. So it is official. Starting today, you are going to need proof of vaccination to enter a number of non-essential businesses as Ontario launched certificate system. And let's give you a look at where you're going to need to show proof of vaccination. Places like dine-in restaurants, nightclubs, gyms, sporting events, and other indoor venues. You won't need to show proof of vaccination in essential businesses, and those include grocery stores, doctors' offices, and pharmacies. Health officials are hoping this new system will keep employees and customers safe and boost immunization rates. Those who don't follow these new rules, well, you could face up to fines of up to $750. So here's where and how you would get your vaccine certificate. For now, you'll need to either print out or download a copy of your government-issued vaccination receipt. You can access this, I should put an asterisk here in just a moment, ontario.ca, and click on your proof of vaccination. You'll get your receipt there, you walk through it, enter your health card number. Sounds fairly simple, right? And then you show that along with your government piece of ID. Now, the province says it will launch an app and a QR code on October 22nd to streamline the process. But here's the big problem. If you are looking to do that this morning, some bad timing here. The website, it's actually down for maintenance until 8 o'clock this morning. Routine maintenance. This is the page you're going to see. I'm going to keep on refreshing this page throughout the morning and see if that changes. Very poor timing, and that's a problem for anyone who is leaving this one to the last minute, like a lot of people will be. So right now, our Faiza Amin is standing along King Street. A lot of businesses will soon be opening their doors and asking for that documentation. This is going to be interesting, Faiza, on how they're going to be able to enforce all of it.
Good morning, Mel. And you mentioned that website is down, so perhaps some people will not be able to go online and grab that proof of vaccination. So the question is, what are some businesses going to do in these situations where people show up and say, well, we're not able to get that proof of vaccination online and they don't have that paper copy handy with them? So the proof of vaccination program has been welcomed by many people, but there has still been some concerns expressed from businesses, particularly when it comes to enforcement, because the onus will be on them to make sure that they have that proof of vaccination from the customer. So there's groups like the Ontario Chamber of Commerce who just recently said that they do welcome this program. They're in favor of it, but there's still some outstanding questions when it comes to this program. So I want to read you part of their statement. They're asking the province for more guidance. They say, quote, will businesses, particularly small businesses, receive supports for the additional precautions necessary under the new format? Many businesses are already in the red and will need to hire additional staff, i.e. staff for enforcement, to implement the new framework. The province is asking Ontarians to be patient. Here's Dr. Kieran Moore.
I ask all Ontarians to be kind and considerate, understand this is something new to all of us. When masking came in, universal masking in Ontario for public spaces, it was new. There were some issues, but we overcame it, and now it's a standard of behavior for us to wear masks on a subway, on a bus, or in public. It'll be a learning curve for businesses and individuals as we adopt this as our new strategy to protect ourselves going into the fall and winter.
And ahead on Breakfast Television, we're going to be speaking with one business here, and we're going to be asking questions about what customers can expect with this new program underway, and also get a response to what happens in the event that the website is down and people are unable to get their proof of vaccination, Mel.
So many questions. Let's hope for some answers. Faiza Amin reporting live for us. We'll check in with you shortly. Thank you. So Toronto Public Health, we are following what's happening within schools. We are now seeing an outbreak at an elementary school in the city's West End. We are standing by live right now at Pauline Junior Public School, which is in the Dufferin and Bloor area. There are at least 2 confirmed cases. Contact tracing underway. Health officials are asking anyone who is deemed a close contact of the positive cases to stay at home and to get tested. Ontario's Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Kieran Moore, saying COVID transmission in schools at the time is low.
We are monitoring this situation very closely, and as expected, most cases are contracted in the community and not in the school themselves. When cases do occur in school, transmission to date has proven to be minimal, with the majority of outbreaks contained at 2 to 3 cases.
Province's COVID-19 school dashboard. There have been over 1,040 cases linked to schools so far. And coming up here, just after 8 o'clock, Dr. Kieran Moore will be joining me live. We're going to talk about cases in schools. We're going to talk about vaccine certificates, the whole thing. If you have any questions, by the way, you can tweet us at Breakfast TV is where to find us. Let's get to some world news now. Concerns are growing that a possible COVID-19 outbreak could occur at the UN General Assembly that is underway in New York after Brazil's health minister testing positive for the virus. Minister Marcelo Quiroga has reported that he is doing well and will quarantine for 14 days. Other Brazilian delegation members have tested negative so far. But some say they won't participate in the rest of the assembly meetings in order to prevent possibly spreading the virus to other members. The FBI will continue a search today in a swampy wilderness in Florida, and this is for the fiancée of 22-year-old Gabby Petito after a coroner ruled her death a homicide. Police are calling Brian Laundrie a person of interest in this case. Laundrie has not been seen since September 14th. Petito's body found on Sunday at a national park in Wyoming. Her family had reported her missing September the 11th after Laundrie returned home from a cross-country road trip without her on September the 1st. Okay, your time right now is 6:07. Quick break here. Coming up next. Have you ever sat next to an unruly passenger on a flight? Yeah, we hear ya, but now top airlines in the U.S. are cracking down on bad behavior. Mike Eppel with that story and more. He's next.